Welcome to TV9 Digital and I am Karthikeya Sharma. Today we are going to talk about transfer of power in Israel in my show where we hold no punches and call a spade a spade. We are going to talk about what makes democracy successful and what is becoming a problem in the United States of America and in the state of Israel in specific. India is a successful democracy because transfer of power has been smooth. In India, election after election, no one has questioned the validity at a national level. No one has said that the election has been stolen. No one has discredited the entire process of Indian elections. But if you look at America, Donald Trump tried to discredit the elections. He said the election has been stolen by the Democrats. Now, similar thing is being repeated in the state of Israel. Everyone knows that in Israel, in last 2 years, there had been 4 snap elections. And in 4 snap elections, the mandate has been very, very fractured. Now, what happens now? 8 parties have come together from left and far right, and they have formed a formidable coalition. Now, this coalition is against Netanyahu, who has transformed the politics of Israel from center right to extreme right. You have people like Yair Lapid and Naftali Bennett. Now, Naftali Bennett is going to be the Prime Minister and Lapid is going to be the Foreign Affairs Minister. 2 years later, Lapid is going to be the Prime Minister and Naftali is going to be the Foreign Affairs Minister. This is a unique experiment because it will also witness a participation by an Arab Islamist party. Now, what Netanyahu is trying to do is to subvert the process. And I think that's a very dangerous precedent which Netanyahu is setting in the state of Israel. He is saying that the government is being captured by the left parties. Left in itself is not a cuss word. It's not a bad word. But to say that the left is bad, to say that the election has been stolen from him, to say that the democratic process has been subverted from within, he is trying to destabilize the electoral map of Israel. Now, the world saw what Donald Trump did in the United States of America. He said his election has been stolen. He said that the process has been subverted. And what happened? People were mobilized and a fake campaign was launched. People in hordes came to the capital was seized, the lawmaker had to run out. People had to draw the attention of the paramilitary forces on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, and then the mobilization in Washington took place. The lawmakers were tweeting, the common citizens were tweeting, but then the fake mobilization had its impact because people felt that the Donald Trump's election had been subverted. And I think the most important foundation of American democracy was challenged that day. And Netanyahu, as another far-right politician, is trying to do the same thing by challenging the democratic foundation of the Israeli system, which is smooth transfer of power. Now, Netanyahu himself is a far-right politician. He has transformed the Israeli society in many fundamental ways. He was Prime Minister from 1996 to 1999, and Netanyahu was also the Prime Minister from 2009 till today. Now, these parties have come together because they feel that it's time for Netanyahu to go out. And it's not as if these people have come from outside. Netanyahu's chief of staff, once chief of staff, was Bennett. Yair Lapid also served as a minister under Netanyahu. So it's not as if the parties from fringes have come and they have tried to create a coalition. These are the people who have served with Netanyahu and they have created a coalition because they feel that the direction which Israel has taken is wrong. But fundamentally, what is happening in Israel right now is even more frightening, that he becomes the second leader not to unite the government, people, party in the state at the time when he has lost. There are leaders who, even after losing, unite a state. They unite the people of the country. The better leaders are those who, after a massive win, they unite the people, because ultimately you are not the Prime Minister and President of the party. You become Prime Minister and President of the country. But Netanyahu, in his defeat, is trying to fracture already very, very fragmented, politically, Israeli society. And I think in my show, the reason why I've taken up this issue is that fundamentally, democracy is experiment in making, which means that once you are a democratic country, doesn't mean that you will remain purely a democratic country for next 100 to 50 years. It's a commitment that you have to repeat and keep every 5 years. It's not only about winning elections. It is about, if you lose, then you ensure that you exit with dignity. If you win, then you unite the people with dignity, with flair, and with the skill which a leader has, which is to see the horizon. And I think in the case of Israel, it is missing. So this is all in my special show to call a spade a spade. But for news and more updates, keep on watching TV9 Digital.